Can we get it right? My non-professional live streaming setup. Try not to knock shit off the table. Ooh, them gray hairs coming in. That'll do, pig. Let's get some of that natty lighting. How's that? Oh, it's kind of bright. Shut the fucking cabinet. Mug in the way of my titty dance. There we go. Oh, it's better with that shutter open. Titty dance shut. Titty dance open. I don't know. I don't know. What is it, son? Okay. Dante and they're working on some schoolwork. What's up with you guys? I am in here setting an unofficial green tea world record since you can just upload shit and call it an unofficial world record, I guess. You don't need to verify anything, and half the internet's going to believe you, so watch this. That's an unofficial green tea sipping world record right there. Don't need judges. Don't need a meat. I don't need calibrated plates. Don't need calibrated matcha, supreme matcha green tea bags. Just fucking take a sip. Let's see if I can break my world record again real quick. All right, ready? Go. Done. Just broke the record twice in a row. Unofficial green tea sipping world record. Anybody who says anything otherwise is just a hater and needs to get a life, and they probably can't bench 225. This is raw. There ain't no suit. This is fucking raw, son. Titties don't bounce in a suit like this. Fuck out of here. Anyway, this is why unofficial world records are fucking stupid, okay? And here's the thing. Like, I made that video, and it's, give and take. Obviously, everybody has an opinion, and that's okay. And you can say, I can still respect the weight being moved. And that's fine. Like, that's A-okay. The thing with Zamani's bench press, Daniel Zamani, all right, and the thing with other people who post unofficial world record videos, or it's just the weight, all right, established powerlifters who have a catalog of meet experience with verifiable lifts, done with calibrated plates, done in competition, etc., when they post a lift like that, you can buy it. You can take it to the bank because they have a catalog to back them up saying that they are capable of that. With Daniel Samani and his new unofficial world record bench press, his best raw bench press in competition is 474 pounds. All right, his best single ply bench press is like 750. So when you post a raw bench that's allegedly 794 pounds and claim an unofficial world record, but you don't have anything to back it up, you don't have nothing on paper previously, you don't have a body of work that says this is probably legit, you're going to face intense scrutiny. Could his weights have been real? They could. That's a possibility. However, without having that catalog of work behind him, if he had a 300 kilo bench press, raw bench press in competition, this would be much more believable. If he had a 320 kilo bench press raw in competition, this would be extremely believable. He has a 474 pound, that is, what is that, like 215 or something? 215 kilos maybe, raw in competition. So I can't beyond a shadow of a doubt say that this is a good lift or it's what he's advertising. I can't say that. Furthermore, with the internet and clout lifting, it pays more money to be a clout lifter. He's getting tons of views off of this, tons of attention. Again, it could actually be a real lift. I'm not saying that it's 100% fake. I'm just saying I am going to be skeptical as fuck, and I am not going to buy into it until he benches something remotely close to his training numbers raw in competition. At that point, I'll shut the fuck up and say, here's to him, great job, congratulations. But as for now, everybody should be skeptical of these lifts. Nobody should just accept it for what it is because he has no catalog supporting his claims that he's anywhere in the ballpark of being able to bench press that. Allegedly, he benches more than me. Allegedly, competition numbers, I've got him beat by 50 pounds. His best raw bench in competition is 51 pounds less than my best raw bench in competition. It's verified. So, allegedly, he benches more than me. Probably. Green tea's natty as fuck. Dad fuel fam. WADA approved. Yeah, he does. Like he looks big. He looks the part. He absolutely looks the part. Um However, like I said, he doesn't have the body of work supporting it right now. Yeah, but that's the thing, Albert. Like his video, it is his claims are in the powerlifting community. He's competed in powerlifting, and he doesn't have anything relevant that's close to support that. Like I could go in my garage and I could label my plates 100 pounds, and I could go put 4 plates on each side and say, "Oh, this is an 845-pound unofficial bench press record." You supposed to take that at face value, and then if you look at mine and Daniel's meet performances, I've got him by 50 pounds. So my resume is better than his. I can go throw on some fake plates and say, "Hey, this is 845." And, since I beat him by 50 pounds in real life, I certainly beat him by 50 pounds unofficially. Right? That's why it's bullshit. It don't, even if the world doesn't care about powerlifting, like if you're going to set the world record in a powerlifting lift, it's got to be done on a powerlifting platform. If you're some bench bro or just some bro training at the local gym and you hit your first 4 plates, I'll say congratulations, good job. That's, you earned it. You don't need to do it on the platform. There's no qualification to talk about this, Albert. Like, it's not a legitimate lift, a world record because it's not done in a competition. And for to call it an unofficial world record, if those plates are real, then sure, it's unofficial world record. But we don't know if those plates are real. He's never done anything verifiable that's close to that. So all I'm saying is the skepticism is 1,000% justified. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm saying everyone is right to be skeptical who's skeptical about it, and they're probably more right being skeptical than people who are just taking it at face value and believing it. Unnatural atrophy, you decide. I feel you, fam. Like everybody's free to believe what they want. It's just not. It's not a legitimate lift. Thor's lift was done under a sanctioning governing body, and it had a judge. And it went even a step further. His plates were weighed on camera, and it's strongman. So, given all of those prerequisites, I think Thor's counting in strongman is fine, and that's still highly contested. But strongman carries a different set of rules than powerlifting. Powerlifting, the semantics are a little more important within the powerlifting community. So I don't know that that would fly for a powerlifter to do that and it be an official world record. Now, take for example, if Samani, if he weighed himself on camera, if he weighed his plates on camera, all in the same take with no cuts or edits, as his bench press and set unofficial world record, fucking hey, more power to you. You proved that the weights are legit. It still wouldn't be the world record, but then you could say, hey, I bench pressed more than anybody ever has raw, and that wouldn't be a lie. However, he's done nothing verifiable that is anywhere within the realm of what he allegedly benched. That's why I'm so skeptical and why I think being skeptical is what people should be. Yeah, no, it's not biased at all. And I hate that people are saying that too. It's if it was an American, if it was an Iranian, if it was a Japanese lifter, anybody with the same resume as Samani and then claiming that lift, the same thing would happen. And again, I bring up Brad Castleberry. Castleberry back in 2014, 2015, using fake plates, claiming unofficial world records. And his were, blatantly, obviously fake. And he was offered $10,000 in cash. He was offered all expenses paid, travel, etc., to compete in a powerlifting meet. Didn't have to win it, anything like that. Just had to compete, and he turned it down because him doing those fake lifts and claiming the unofficial world records and the views and the clouts were worth more money than that $10,000 he would have got for doing the meet. Yeah, everybody knew he was fake, but I'm just saying along the same lines, like it pays to fake lifts. And I'm not saying, again, that Samani faked the lift. I am skeptical of the lift. Um, but I'm saying as much motivation as there is to legitimately do that, there's the same motivation to fake it. Eagle, like it said world record on Samani's video. Like he posted the video and there was world record edited over it, like with flame emojis. That's him saying world record. Unless I'm wrong and somebody else edited that over for their own shared video, but from what I saw, Zamani's said that on there. And I really hope that he is competing in 20 days. I have my doubts. I have my skepticism there. He mentioned the shoulder injury. Um, that's already kind of giving yourself an out to pull out of the meet. So I hope it happens. And if he doesn't even have to bench 800 in the meet, like I said in my video, if he opened with 300 kilos and absolutely fucking smoked it, I would believe all his training videos instantly after that. Like that would be enough for me. That would convince me that all his training videos were real. And that's my only gripe. Like I'm not one picking apart the physics. I'm not one picking apart the Elixo plates instead of the Elico plates, even though allegedly, Elico confirmed shipment got there to him. Um, all that aside, his spotter not struggling with the liftoff. I've not even dove into that. Other people can talk about that. He has no resume, so I find it hard to believe. And the scrutiny is deserved in that case because of that alone. Before even getting to anything else, the eyeball test, etc., which I know there's some. I know Rob Hall. He made a lot of Instagram posts yesterday about how it looked off, the physics looked off, and Rob Hall has totaled 1,000 kilos before. He benches more than me, squats more than me, deadlifts more than me, uh, and he's like adamant about the physics being not right and it being fake. I'm just in the skeptical camp. Like I don't know, is it fake? Is it real? I just think he needs to do something verified to validate these lifts, and that's where I'm at. I don't personally want it to be. I want it to be real. Like I think him and Julius competing will only help push the records even higher. Competition is the best thing in the world for these records being moved, and I would love for that to be the case that it is real. I'm just skeptical until it's done somewhere outside of that gym. I smell salt. See, I've heard mixed things. I don't know for sure. I just heard there's going to be an 800 attempt, but I've heard like two or three people, and this is on Instagram and Facebook forums, saying that he's going to compete in 3 weeks. So I don't know what the case is. I don't know if it's going to be an attempted gym lift or if it's going to be at a meet. I hope it's at a meet. Um, I don't understand why. You know, it, he's again. He's already competed in powerlifting, so he knows the deal. He knows what the game is. Why you would even attempt 800, like the number of numbers for the lift outside of a sanctioned competition would be just fucking stupid. It won't be a world record. It will forever be scrutinized because it wasn't done in competition, and he's not done, anything over 500 in competition, much less 700. So yeah, I hope it's not just a fucking attempted gym lift. I'd like to see him attempt it somewhere where it matters. I don't think he'd be competing in an IPF affiliate. Or he could. He would just fail the drug test. But if he, that's a fucking funny scenario. If he were to go and bench 800 in an IPF affiliate and then fail the drug test, like it would legitimize. It would be a legit 800-pound lift, but he would be disqualified for failing the drug test. That would be fucking hilarious. Like then I would believe his training videos at that point for sure. And he would have benched 800 pounds legitimately, but it wouldn't count because he would probably fail the drug test. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, exactly, placeholder. That's you said, what I couldn't say in 17 minutes of fucking babbling. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. Absolutely. If he had any sort of resume, like I said, if he had benched 300 kilos raw in competition to this point, I'd be believing his training lifts, but he hasn't, so I don't. Yeah, I remember Julius's 800 misload. That was tragic. Yeah, but Beater Carr, if you sign up for a drug tested meet, it's understood that you need to uh, be able to pass the drug test, and you would get disqualified for failing a drug test. So yeah, that would, I like I said, he's not going to do that, but that's a hilarious scenario in my mind. Um, that you mentioned that it just fucking strikes me as funny. Y'all are wild. Uh, I don't know if Julius had 800 that day or not. I don't. His training was looking good. His weights were moving fast, but his weights always move fast until they don't. Like he flies off the chest, and then lockout is where his big wall is. So like he can make 750 look like nothing, but then potentially 765, would look like a struggle, just because that's how explosive he is off the chest, and then he flies the lockout, and then it's a struggle from there. So I can't say if he was or he wasn't. I would have loved to seen a clean attempt at it. That's for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you could do 800, like I would 1,000% make sure it's done somewhere that fucking matters. Uh, I got Thor in the boxing match if it actually happens. I think he's taken boxing a lot more serious. I think Eddie is a more naturally talented athlete, but I think Thor is no pushover himself, and I feel like he's taken the boxing training a lot more serious than Eddie has. We all benched 800 in high school. Let's be realistic. If I missed some of these. Yeah, I've never admitted to using gear because I've never used gear. That's fucking stupid. Some people say anything for attention. I did not see the Lambo deadlift. That was probably a world record too. Yeah, we still have the tanning salon. We, tanning season really kicks off this month. Uh, I'll actually, I think I've got a screenshot somewhere I'll post, but the year before last, gosh, we're in 2022 already. So 2020, we bought it in December of 2020. For the year of 2020, that place did, I want to say $39,000 in revenue. And then our first full year having it 2021, we did over $60,000 in revenue. Of course, we had to spend a lot of money putting back into it because it needed a lot. But yeah, we improved big time over what was there before. So going well. No, Maddox is not natty. He's admitted that he's on TRT, and that's what he's admitted to. So that's the minimal dose. He may be on more, maybe not, but he's definitely not natty. He's admitted as such. Shoo, what's going on, man? Haven't seen you here in a while. Oh, I forgot. I finished all my green tea now too. I think that's the third unofficial green tea world record I've set this video already. I set the fastest sip twice in a row unofficially, and then that's probably like the fastest consumption unofficially. So I am officially the unofficial world's best green tea or world's fastest green tea drinker. We should celebrate. Ready? Watch this. Henny shot world record. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Time. Fucking 4 unofficial world records in one video. Daniel Samani wishes he was as good as I am at setting unofficial world records. Hopefully people will be making videos about me for the next week or so about all these unofficial world records I'm capable of setting. Who needs verification and judges and calibrated anything when you can just unofficially set world records? Am I right? Are you talking about Middleton's old bench or like something he's attempted newer? And that's something now too, like the geared bench world record. I think we're gonna see like a ridiculously dumb number here within the next year. I know Gillespie just set it at 1129, whatever the kilos are, 510 maybe 512. But these new bungee shirts are raising the ceiling, and I think Jimmy Kolb, who previously had the geared all-time world record, and he did it in single ply. If I'm not mistaken, he did something silly like a 1,300 and something pound bench to a 2 or a 3 board in one of those bungee shirts. And he is built like a fucking human bowling ball. He has probably the best leverages I've ever seen for a geared bencher. So if he wants to go out there and really set the bar high, I wouldn't be surprised if he were to just eclipse the 1200s altogether and put up like a 1,300 something pound bench press. It wouldn't surprise me if that were to happen, given just how much these bungee shirts are giving to lifters once they master it, in combination with how lax some of the judging is in these meets. That wouldn't surprise me one bit. Yeah, I used to train with Derek Wilcox. He's the lightest man to ever squat 1,000 pounds on the platform. and like his benching, and he wasn't even putting up absurd numbers benching. I want to say like he was in like the mid 500s or low 600s on his bench. Uh, and we were all raw lifters, and we were trying to spot him one day, and none of us were really accustomed to geared lifters. If you ever watch geared videos, like when they're in training, spotters always have their hands on the bar. Like, you know, raw videos, you say, "Oh, don't touch it, you're gonna take away my lift." But geared lifters, it's understood that, you know, your hands are on the bar, everybody's there, because shit can go south real quick. And we were all accustomed to raw and don't touch my bar, bro. And he was benching, and it was coming up until it didn't, and it just he got out of the groove and fucking bar just joined. Of course, we had the face savers up, thankfully. Um, but yeah, that shit was scary as fuck. It was scary as fuck to us as spotters, probably even more so to him lifting. Uh, Valuable lesson learned that day. But yeah, and that's one thing with these bungee shirts too. Like these numbers are just getting so absurd. You know, knock on wood. Hopefully it don't happen, but there's a real danger there, and somebody is inevitably going to seriously hurt themselves in training with these things. It's just it's so much more than you could even fathom. Like Bill Gillespie, you know, who just set the record. His best bench raw in competition is 523 pounds. His best single ply and multiply, I think single ply is like 750 pounds, and his best multiply was like 747 pounds. So, you know, that's gear benching. And then in his bungee shirt, he benched 1,129 pounds. So he's 400 pounds over what he was doing in gear already. And, you know, 600 pounds over what he could do raw. More than doubling what he could do raw in this bungee shirt. So that's insane. Like it's, you know, it's a spectacle for sure. But the danger there, holy fuck, you know, things can go wrong in a heartbeat, and that is a lot of fucking weight. Larry Wheels, Coach Omo. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I would never ever train around Larry Wheels ever. Seems like a bad idea. Go check out my video, Could You Survive a Punch by Larry Wheels, because that is 1,000 times less dangerous than letting Larry Wheels spot you. And or just training with Larry Wheels in general. Just let him fucking punch you. Way safer. Dude couldn't punch his way out of a wet paper bag. Not that all powerlifters are athletic, but I would go out on a limb and say he's probably like the least athletic elite powerlifter that's currently out there. Go watch the video. He punches like this, like he's bonking somebody with a club, but there's no club in his hand. It was it was hilariously pathetic. Like you wouldn't imagine. It was quite frankly one of the worst punches I've ever seen, and I'm like not an expert on throwing punches per se, but I know enough to know that his was fucking awful. And for anybody whose defense of him when he allegedly hit his girlfriend was, "There's no way he hit his girlfriend, she'd be dead." Go watch that video. He would not have killed his girlfriend by punching her. Trust me. He could have punched an infant in the head and the infant would survive. It was really that bad. I promise you. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, worst punch I've ever seen. Was that another unofficial world record? Did y'all hear that? Unofficially the fastest 5 pin clicks that's ever been done on video. Unofficially in my house. Fucking A. That's 6 unofficial world records in one live stream. Is that a record too? Like for most unofficial world records in one live stream? I'm fucking killing the game, son. His punch reminded me how my cousin's 5-year-old daughter throws a baseball. That's pretty fucking accurate. Unofficial world. Yeah, it is an oxymoron. Shoot, I respect arm wrestling. Like, I think it's a great sport. I don't know enough about it to really say anything relevant. I watched Over the Top probably 20 times. Uh, yeah, arm wrestling's cool as fuck though. I don't know much about it. But yeah, Larry's not like he's not very talented. He's certainly trained for a long time and taken a lot of drugs and gotten very strong. Um, but he's just not naturally gifted at things. And I think he found his niche certainly with powerlifting. But yeah, like when he did the amateur Arnold Strongman, not that he had a bad showing. He came in second, but he lost to a dude with a dad bod. Kind of funny. I loosely follow MMA. I don't watch it anymore. I cut my cable a long time ago. I stopped buying pay-per-views. Not really interested enough to pirate them. Like I'll watch some highlights after it's over. I watch MMA on Point, the YouTube channel, and get some of the rundowns. But I don't really like. I don't follow it closely nor watch like everything like I used to. Priorities have certainly shifted in my life as I've gotten older, as my son's gotten older, him in school, things like that, owning a business and stuff. Time management is paramount. Says the guy who's sitting here live streaming and setting unofficial world records. They just go to the ground and hug each other. Again, it's another sport. Like I enjoy watching it when I do, and have the utmost respect for the athletes there. I just don't really follow closely anymore. Push through the wall. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. I have counted calories in the past, Randy. I don't anymore. I can eyeball shit. Whether I'm cutting or bulking, it doesn't really matter anymore. I would, if I got now, like, say I cut like 40 or 50 pounds, and then I wanted to get that last, I don't know, 20 to 30 off after that, I would probably have to go to counting calories for a period of time again just to be exact and get down there. But I generally don't drop that much weight when I cut, so it's not a big deal. I just clean up my diet and the weight will come off. Dude, fuck you, Alec. I keep counts the old-fashioned way with a pen and a pad. No, I don't. I don't like benching really wide. It feels super uncomfortable on my shoulders. So I've never found value in illegal grip width bench presses. Plus, I've got short arms anyway. So for me to use an illegal grip is probably even wider by proxy than somebody who doesn't. Get the abacus out and count the calories. So yeah, I'm sure my I bet the batteries are dead in my food scale. Still got it on deck. It's dusty as shit. Yeah, it's dead. I haven't used it in forever. Still got sugar residue on it. My wingspan is 5'9", 5'8", 5'9". and I'm 5'11". See if I can break my record again. Y'all ready? Last time I was done. 7 unofficial in my kitchen world records in one live stream. I'm just shitting all over Daniel Samani with unofficial world records. It's number 7. Write it down. Tell your kids about it. Tell your kids to tell their kids about it. You guys were here. All 21 of you guys were here to witness Freaky D set 7 unofficial world records in one live stream, which is an unofficial world record itself for most unofficial world records set in one live stream. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ. What more can I do, guys? This is absolutely insane. No coaches, no calibrated plates, no other contestants around here. Just all within the comfort of my home, and just had the mental fortitude to go out here and set these unofficial world records. For you guys, I do it for the people. So, thank you all.